Um, Welcome to all. Today's subject is rainfed agriculture and water survey management. Topic is rainfed farming introduction, definition, and importance. Today we will discuss on the this point. Here is overview, definition, importance of dry farming in Indian agriculture. Definition: what is dry farming? Depending on the amount of rainfall received, dry land agriculture can be grouped into three categories. Here is a defined in three category of the dry land. Number one, dry farming. It is a cultivation of crop in region with annual rainfall less than 750 mm. Crop failure is most common due to the prolonged dry spell during the crop period. These are arid regions with the growing season period of the adequate soil moisture less than 75 days. Here is a moisture less than 75 days only, or rainfall only less than 750 mm annually. Dry land farming, cultivation of crop in region with the annual rainfall more than 750 millimeter in speed of prolonged dry spell crop failure is relatively less frequent. These are similar tests with the growing period between 75 and even 20 days only. Rainfed farming, it is a crop production is a region with the annual rainfall more than 1150 mm. Crop are then not subjected to soil moisture stage during the crop period. Emphasis of after of disposal of excess water. These are humid region with the growing period more than 120 days. Here say dryland rainfed farming, constituent dryland farming, rainfed farming. What is the difference here? In rainfall, dryland farming में less than 8 mm, rainfed farming more than 800 millimeter. Moisture availability shortage here is enough, and growing season less than 200 days. Here is less than 200 more. Here is a here is a difference between dryland farming and rainfed farming. Here is a mention. Importance of dry farming in Indian agriculture. Here is mentioned importance of dry farming in Indian agriculture. What is about 70% of rural population live in uh, dry farming area, and their livelihood depend on success or failure of the crop. So here is a more population depend on living in the mostly dry farming area. So here is dry land agriculture play distinct role in Indian agriculture, occupying 60% of cultivated area and supported 40% of the human population and 60% of livestock population. Okay, here is a the contribution production of the rainfed agriculture in India is about 42% of the total food grain, 75% of oilseed, 90% of the pulse, and about 70% of the cotton. So here is a more role of dry farming in agriculture in crop production. More than 90% of the area under the sorghum, groundnut, and pulses in rainfed area. So here is a more production in the dry farming area. So very important for the Indian agriculture. They provide more foods to the people. At present, at present, 3 hectare of the dry land crop. Here is mentioned. At present, 3 hectare of dry land crop production cereal grain equivalent to the production of the 1 hectare irrigated crop. So here you see more variation. Irrigated area are the in the compared more area more production of irrigated area compared to the dryland area. Here is 3 hectare of dryland area, here is 1 hectare, so they are equal. So more variation due to the lack of the rainfall and so many factors. Dryland offer good scope for development of agroforestry, social forestry, horti, silviculture, and such other similar system, which will not only supply food to the village people and fodder to the cattle, but farm a suitable vegetables cover or ecological maintenance. So here is a more importance of the dry areas, production areas or the Indian agriculture. Next, history of the rainfed agriculture. Next is history of rainfed agriculture. Pre-independence period, from time immemorial, the chief from the agriculture of the dry land. Trace of the India was cultivation of the drought-resistant crop, millets, food and fodder. It used to be gamble with the rainfall. Yes. The government of the Indian constituted Royal Commission on the Agriculture in 1928. The commission revised the Department of the Agriculture of the Government of India and simultaneously founded the Department of the Agriculture in all the provinces. So here is a some history of the pre-independent in Thailand for agriculture. Here the recommended practices constitute the following: construction contour band as the basis and essential treatment, occasionally deep plowing of the land one in the 3 year. So here you must one deep plowing must in the 3 year. Repeat shallow cultivation of soil 4 to 5 in cultivation to remove weed and conserve moisture during the rainy season, practically for the Rabi season. Sorghum bipolar. Addition moderate equipment as a farm yard manure, maintain the soil fertility and physical condition of the eroding soil. Sowing in winter row 45 centimeter spacing, wider row sowing wider row 45 centimeter spacing of sorghum with the lower seed rate. Okay. Adapting the mixed cropping, crop rotation wherever possible. Following a part of the holding every year. Unfortunately, the return from the adaptation of this technology result in lower yield 4 to 100 kg grain per year, probably due to the discontinuation of used input and non-availability of proper biological material. So here is a mention how to increase the yield in the dry area. So following point is a mention which cultural application we should do. 1923 established in Dryland Research Station at Manipuri, Pune by Thamphane. 1972 establishment of ICRISAT that is situated in the, Hyderabad. 1985 British of Central Research Institute of Dryland Agriculture at the Hyderabad. 1970 Research Center established under the AIRCPD in 23 locations. So finding the point, finding the research station established after the um, independent for the increase the yield in particular dry area. Post-independent, post-dependent, even after the independent, dryland agriculture to be drought continue to hunt the country with the every increasing food shortage. The dryland research was also confined to long duration crop. Hence, effort were intensified to improve the productivity and stability from rainfed area. Another program on the soil conservation in the catchment in River Valley project was launched in 1962. It was later realized that this project focused more on prevention of the salination reservation and controlling scholars and gave secondary importance to economic especially. So here you mention is what progress after the independent in dairy and agriculture. Here you see green revolution, keeping in view these continuing problems at the ICR formulated an exhaustive program on dryland agricultural research. Thus, the All India Coordinated Research Project for Dryland Agriculture (AICR PDA) was launched in 1972 with support from Canadian International Development Agency through an instrument of the bilateral collaboration seen between the Government of India and Canada. The consultative group of international agriculture research had established the International Crop Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropic ICRISAT in Hyderabad in 1972. The Krishi Vigyan Kendra KVK was created in 1974 to dominate the prove the technology in the farmer, demonstrate technology, prevent technology in the farmer field in most of the district. So here is mentioned is what work done after the green revolution in the dryland agriculture for the increase in the food, like the established ICRISAT established, KVK established for the domestication in the dryland agriculture, how to increase the agricultural produce. The main purpose of this institute was to focus on lead the research in dryland agriculture, living location, a specific problem, and their solution to AICR PDA and AICR PM, the present mandate of CRIDA in unknown. The undertaken basis and applied research that will contribute to the development of the strategy for the sustainable farming system in the rainfed area. To act as repository information on the rainfed agriculture in the country, to prove the leadership and coordinate network research with state agriculture universities are generating location specific technology for rainfed area. To act as a center for the training in research methodology in the field basis management of the rainfed farming system. To collaborate with the relevant national and international agency in achieve the above the objective. So here you mentioned some point why establish different research like station in the work in the sector of the dryland area like ICRISAT. So is for the increasing the more yield in the rainfed area, yeah, dryland area. So here, thank you. So next discussion the next topic, and thank you.